Live from the Quad Cities with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, it is time to sit down with a good book. Our book club is meeting today, and we're going to review our read from June and choose something new for July. And Newsies is coming to the stage at the Quad City Music Guild Theater. We'll learn more about this Disney production set in the turn of the century in New York City. And later, Abracadabra, the Quad City magician, will appear right here in our studio with a look at some of the entertaining tricks he can bring to your gathering. You're watching Quad Cities Live on this Monday, July 1st. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier. My friend and co-host Kyle Keel is off today. I also want to wish those who celebrate a happy Canada Day, like my family. Well, it is a busy time of year for area shelters, with many of them at capacity or very close. Sam Wiley is here from Rock Island County Animal Care and Control. Sam, welcome back.
Thanks for having us.
And you brought an adorable little girlfriend with you today.
I did. She is just full of energy.
She is beautiful. So who is this?
This is Rose. She's an 8-week-old kitten, available, ready to go at the shelter, just looking for her forever home.
She is so sweet. Like many kittens, I'm assuming just full of energy.
Full of energy. She was playing with about 20 kids from the Boys and Girls Club before I left. I thought she would be a little tired for TV. She was not.
She was not tuckered out by any means. You know, even last week we had 3 kittens on the show, and so many people reached out to me personally, like, I want to adopt those kittens. They were so cute. They were so cute. What should people know before they adopt a kitten? I mean, is it something, if you've never had a cat before, that you can learn as you go, or?
Having a cat is, I think, a pretty easy thing,
okay.
But it's definitely a lifetime commitment, and be ready for it. Mm-hmm. We are getting so many animals returned to the shelter because people decided it wasn't a good idea to get an animal. I mean, if adopting an animal right now isn't what you want, but you want to be with them, come volunteer. Any shelter would take you as a volunteer. So definitely something to keep in mind. Just be committed and ready to give the cat a lifetime.
Yes, you want people to consider adoption, but really consider it.
Really consider it, yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming, like many other shelters in the area, you guys are very full.
We are very full.
Especially with the cats.
The cats, he found the microphone. Yeah, the cats are definitely full. They're usually always higher than dogs, but even now all of our dog kennels are full. We have dogs in crates. We have, I mean, the shelter is just completely full, and this is our busiest weekend. 4th of July is always a really full time for the animal shelter. Yeah.
Wow. You know what? I guess I can imagine that, because we were going to touch on this anyways. Some tips for the 4th of July for your existing pets. We're not, you know, beyond the shelter. It can be a really tough time for our pets, whether we realize it or not. Taking that into consideration. You guys posted this on your Facebook page, and I thought it was really great. 4 tips for 4th of July. The first is check your chip. So microchip.
Microchip. So Rose is microchipped.
Oh, wow.
Any animal you get from an animal shelter in the state of Illinois right now has to be microchipped, but she's microchipped. If your pet is not microchipped, we do it for the low cost of $15. We highly recommend you come in and get it done. Anybody in our shelter can do it. It doesn't take a visit to the vet or anything of that nature at the shelter, but it's a great way to get reunited with your animal.
Yeah. So if you have an existing pet that you know is not microchipped, make an appointment or
just
pop
come in. Just come in 8 to 11 and 12 to 5 during the week.
There are going to be so many people that, you know, are glad that they have done that or wish that they had done that, because one thing we hear all the time from shelters is part of the reason why you're so full is pets run away during the 4th of July. Like, it's frightening for a lot of them.
They hear the noises, lots of commotion, lots of people. If you're having parties, find a safe place for your pet to go. They don't want to meet every single person that comes in. And our number of bites have increased this year alone, but they increase over the 4th of July tremendously. So definitely make sure your animals are up to date on their rabies vaccines. All of that. So.
And those are services that you also provide at the clinic portion.
On Tuesdays from 1 to 4. The first 50 people right now is what we're seeing. Just with the weather being so hot, we don't want to have animals sitting out waiting to be seen by the vet.
That makes perfect sense. how else can we help the shelter right now? What can we do aside from adopting?
Right now, we are in desperate need of adult cat food, adult dog food, wet food for the cats. Each of the cats gets a little dollop of wet food with some vitamins in it to help them. And okay, baby girl. So yeah, we are in desperate need of food right now.
Okay.
Our banks are getting low, so.
That is good to know, because I think a lot of times people wish that they could adopt, but you know, we already had that conversation. I mean, if it's not the right time, it's not the right time. But this is a way that people can help you out.
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Incredibly helpful.
Okay. Well, any events or anything? I know you guys have something coming up. I believe it's in September, a fundraising event. When people want to, do you guys take foster parents?
Yes. Yes, we love foster parents. Cats, especially right now with the kitten season booming.
Yes.
We are looking for foster moms that want, or dads,
yes,
that want to feed the kittens until they're old enough to have their surgery. And she is a doll.
She loves the microphone.
I'm not going home with this cat, so she will be available at the shelter.
She is really, really, really sweet and
she
very,
is.
very playful. So fosters are definitely in need of those. And from the times that we've just talked to other folks, even from other shelters, they're really important in socializing kittens and getting them used to people and families. Okay.
And other, commotions of life.
Yes, absolutely. Well, here is the website we were talking about for clinical services for your own pet, or to learn more about how to adopt or donate much needed items. Just visit the website on your screen. It is qcpaws.org. That's what you're looking at there. Sam, thank you so much. And Rose, thank you so much.
Oh, you can't eat the microphone, sweetie. She's trying to eat it.
She loves the microphone. She's going to love little toys. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Well, up next, the QCL Book Club, highlighting our fun partnership with the Davenport Public Library. We'll review our book from June and choose a new one for July.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
The Celebrants by Stephen Rowley is a book about a group of friends who met in college, and they make a pact. Regardless of where life has taken each of them, they will all come together when one of them is in need. Brittany Peacock is with the Davenport Public Library, and as always is joining me now for our QCL Book Club. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
It's always great to see you. It means we finished another probably great book.
Yeah.
And I would have to say, we've got it sitting right here next to us. I really, really did like this book.
It was so good.
I thought I was going to like it based on the description before we started reading it. When we first started reading it, I'm like, oh boy, am I going to be able to follow, you know, the different, there's quite a few characters and the timelines. It was easy.
So easy.
Couldn't put it down.
Yes.
What did you think?
The characters were so complex.
Yes.
Which I loved. And, you know, throughout all of those years, they still kept in contact, kind of grew apart based on their life. But what a beautiful concept, coming together in a life during, you know, major life events to support one another. Just lovely.
It was great. So essentially they hold these living funerals, which sounds odd, but it's kind of the whole premise of the book is they kind of come back in almost just different decades, essentially. When one of the friends needs them, and they get to call their funeral because they need to hear those things about themselves. And we won't give away anything else that happens, but I loved the end.
Loved it.
I loved the end of the book.
Beautifully ended, wrapped up with a beautiful little bow.
Yeah.
It's a little sad.
It's a little sad, but it's realistic.
Yes.
And you just mentioned this, so I want to mention it, is the author, if you like to do the audiobook, the author actually reads it himself, he narrates it himself, which is like, you know, you're getting the intended inflection and how he, you know, meant for it to sound, which is another really cool thing.
Yes.
So I would recommend, absolutely. I posted something on my Facebook page, probably a little too late for the show today, asking if anybody either read it with us or has read it, because I'd like to have their feedback. So we're going to keep doing that. That way people can kind of chime in. And we can maybe read some comments every month.
So, oh my gosh, I would love that.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Okay, so let's go through our July titles. And we've got our options here on the table right in front of us. So The Echo of Old Books by Barbara Davis. So I like how Brittany does this. If you've never joined us before, she kind of picks books based on stuff that's happening that month. So that one is Cheer Up the Lonely Day, which is July July 11th. Everything Must Go by Camille Pagan is for Give Something Away Day on July 15th.
Or everything.
Yes, right. Flying Solo by Linda Holmes for Aunts and Uncles Day, July 26th. And then finally, Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. The Day of Friendship is July 30th, in case you didn't know. So those are our options. Shall we do a drum roll?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, this is the best I can do.
You did great.
Conversations with Friends is going to be the book that we read.
Yes.
So tell me, you've actually started reading it, and
Yes.
you like it so far.
It's so good. So Sally Rooney is a great author. So for anybody who's read Normal People on Hulu, there's a TV show. It's really good.
Oh, okay, but that was wrong. It was
You went off script, and so I was like, okay, let's do it.
You played that so well. I read the wrong choice, and Brittany you just go with the flow.
I'm rolling with it.
Okay, it's actually The Echo of Old Books
yeah.
by Barbara Davis. When I saw Sally Rooney, I thought, I'm pretty sure Barbara Davis was the author of the book that we chose.
Fine. We did
The
it.
Echo of Old Books. Thank you so much, Brian. This is the book that we're reading, and you have started reading this one,
yes.
and you do like it so far.
I do like it so far. So basically the concept is main character, she operates an old bookstore, finds these books, and she has a special kind of power that she can sense the echoes of books, and so gets the feelings of the owners, the previous owners. So lovely. She discovers these two books that have been donated together.
Okay.
And there's a story that's blooming as she reads
A story that
them.
is blooming. Yes, I'm super excited to get started on that one.
Yeah.
I have not gotten started on it yet. So please read with us The Echo of Old Books.
Yes.
You may read the other one if you so choose. That would be my fault.
You know, I'm super great at adapting. Like, all right, she changed it. We're going to read it.
You really are. That was really fantastic. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what else we've got going on at the library. You're doing a teen art workshop with the Figgy.
Yes, we are partnering with the Figgy. Kelsey Vanderkoy is going to come in, and she's going to do a really fun hands-on activity for teenagers. So registration is required for that.
Okay.
But it's going to be super duper fun. You know, any aspiring artists or just somebody that wants to get their hands dirty for an afternoon.
Yeah, and that is coming up pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Ages 11 to 19, which is a nice range.
Yes,
as well. A lot of
absolutely.
inclusion there. So yes, make sure that you register for that happening at the Eastern Branch. This sounds really, really fun. Collection Convention.
I'm so excited about this event. So it's really great. So if you have a kiddo at home that has an eclectic collection, or even just a fun collection, Barbies, Legos, anything, and they want to have a little table at this event, they have to register. But if you just want to come in and see all the goodies, absolutely come in. Don't worry about registering. I know my son is wanting to bring his Legos and have a table.
Yes, that'll be so much fun. Did you collect anything as a kid that you can recall that was odd?
Troll dolls.
Troll dolls.
Yes.
Actually, I think we all did.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we can't be too far apart in age. Maybe we are, but I did the exact same thing. The little jewel in the belly.
Yes.
My mom also had me start a penny collection, which was like not a collection that I wanted to do, but I had that as well.
Well, there you go.
Rocks. You know, there could be some rock tables, but make sure you register for that.
Yes.
Know Your Tenant Rights. This seems like a really, really helpful event.
Super helpful. So we are going to have experts from a couple different local organizations giving some advice on some of your rights as a tenant, whether it's, you know, safety of your apartment, you know, any of those different details. If you have questions about your tenant rights, I would highly recommend coming to this event at our main location.
Yeah, just a really helpful event. So Monday, July 22nd for that on the Main Street location. And before we totally run out of time, you brought some children's books with you today, which we love, and you always have a great theme. I have a feeling the theme has to do with water or swimming.
Yes, water and swimming. It's summertime. I know my kids have been in the water a ton this year already, so I decided to stick with the summer swimming. The one in the back there, the whale in my swimming pool is hilarious. This little kid tries to get into his kiddie pool, and there's a whale in it.
There's a whale in it. Absolutely. So have you read all of these yet? With
I haven't started. I haven't tested them out on the kids yet.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one because
so
it's
too.
with the kiddos over the summer. It's all about the pool and getting in the water, and everybody's in swimming lessons and all of that. So it really ties into the summer months.
Super
well,
exciting.
a quick reminder before we let Brittany go: if you want to read along with us, as we mentioned, be sure to join our group on Goodreads. Just search groups for QCL Book Club. If you've never seen Goodreads, it's just a really great app that can help you keep track of what you've read and what you want to read. There's also a link to join our book club on our website, so head to kwqc.com and click the tab for Quad Cities Live. You'll find it right there. As always, Brittany, thank you for a great time
Thanks
today.
for having me.
We appreciate you. Still to come on Quad Cities Live, Newsies the musical. Why you won't want to miss this inspirational story coming to the stage at Quad City Music Guild this week.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Now is the time to seize the day. Now is the time to seize the day. Send out the call and join the fray. Send out the call and join the fray. Wrongs will be righted if we're united. Let us seize the day. Friends of the friendless seize the day.
Soon hit the stage at Quad City Music Guild in Moline, and joining me with the details are two actors from the show, Hillary Erb and Joey Dryle. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Does that song just like play constantly in your head right now as you guys gear up for opening night? So, which of course we'll get to in just a little bit, but it's going to be this coming Friday, correct? That
Yes.
You guys have opening night. Very exciting. Well, Joey, give us a little bit of the background on this story for anybody who's either never seen the movie that we just showed or seen the show. Kind of the storyline or the background.
Yeah, so this whole story is based on a true story from 1899. The newspaper boys of New York City go on a big strike against the big man when they start raising prices on them.
Okay.
And I play Jack Kelly. He's a 17-year-old newspaper boy and kind of finds himself as the leader of the strike.
Leader of the pack.
Yes.
Leader of the pack. Very, very cool. And Hillary, describe the character that you play and how that character interacts with Joey's character.
Sure. I play Catherine. She's an up-and-coming reporter trying to bust the way through the social pages, trying to write hard news in 1899 when it was very male-dominated field. And so she finds out that the Newsies are starting a revolution and makes her way over to them and starts to work with the Newsies to help with their cause.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this musical is said to be packed with nonstop thrills and also a timeless message. That's how it's most often described. So, Joey, why do you think it's described that way? Talk a little bit about those ups and downs and that roller coaster that we're going to get to see.
Yeah, so I think the struggle against the big man is a classic classic tale, and it obviously so it has to do with all these children that are being wronged, and many of them are having struggles in life outside of work. So taking care of their families, trying to make enough money to make it to the next day, and I think that the joining together of everybody for one common cause is a really inspiring tale. And it's even better when it's a whole bunch of kids that can dance too.
Yes, I know. Well, it definitely is a poignant message and something that I think a lot of people can identify with, no matter what age you are, what you're doing in life right now. So I think that's why people like it so much. With that said, Hillary, it's one of the most popular musicals. People want to see this one again and again. We just had somebody say upstairs, "Oh, that's my absolute favorite musical of all time." They told Claire that. So what about this show do you think really draws people in that way and makes them fall in love with it and just want to keep seeing it?
So you said it best, there's something for everyone. Everyone can relate to the story in some way. But really, I think the whole the stars of the show are really the newsies.
Yeah.
They have so much time to dance and have these really cool dancing numbers that are just so fun and energetic, and they just breathe so much life into the show. And that just keeps me coming again and again to see all the really cool dances and all of the acrobatics.
I love that. I love that. Well, we're kind of seeing a promotional video right now that was created for you guys. Talk about that, Joey. The dancing, the singing, it sounds like it's a lot of effort. It's strenuous to get up there and do this entire show.
Yeah, we've been rehearsing now for a couple months here, and this show really requires everyone to be a triple threat, because
that's awesome.
Every single number is singing and dancing, and some of the dances are really long and complicated, so it's a lot of work. But
I would struggle. Let's just put it that way. And we're seeing some of the costumes right now, but Hillary, talk about the costumes and the set. As we mentioned, it is turn of the century, so people are really going to get to feel that, I'm assuming, when they see what everything looks like.
Yes. So our set is actually, it's a unit set, and it looks like scaffolding.
Okay.
So there's, and you can kind of see it in some of the pictures.
Oh, yeah.
That there are two almost like bridges to each other, and those are the primary set, and they move in different ways to create Pulitzer's office, to create Meta's Theater, to create the rooftop where Jack stays. So it's a very diverse set and a very compact.
That always amazes me how, I mean, set designers are able to create something that it can be maneuvered so easily during a show. So before I let you guys go, Joey, what's your favorite part about participating in this musical and playing this role?
Yeah, so we have a really awesome, huge cast for this show, and probably the biggest part of my love for theater is being able to make a brand new family of friends every time you walk in. And the whole cast is so talented and so fun. So I've made a ton of friends. It's really wonderful.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hillary, what about you?
I absolutely love being a part of musical theater, basically for all of the things that Joey said.
It's a family.
It's a family, and just makes you want to come back and do another show with new people, and just be a part of something that is
special.
So fun. Yeah.
Yes, truly special. Well, you guys are very talented, and I'm sure it's going to be a fabulous show. Performances, as we mentioned, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, along with next Thursday through Sunday. You can purchase tickets by calling the box office at the number right there on your screen, 309-762-6610. You can also visit the website, qcmusicguild.com, and get your tickets there. Thank you both for being here today. Good luck with everything, or I'm supposed to say break a leg. It always feels wrong, but we know we're supposed to say that. So thank you so much for chatting with me today.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Well, coming up on Quad Cities Live, spark your sense of wonderment when you meet the Quad City Magician. He's in the studio ready to show us a couple of tricks that will have you asking, how did he do that?
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Laugh, amaze, inspire. That's the mission of the Quad City Magician. And TJ Regal is joining us in the studio today. We're so excited to have you, TJ. Thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, I'm so excited. We love it. First, though, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in magic.
Absolutely. It's kind of a fun story. It's a little bit different than most because, you know, a lot of magicians say, oh, I got my first magic set when I was 8 years old, and that was the end of it, right? Well, I didn't start doing magic until I was 23.
Okay.
I had graduated college and I started working in a group home for kids with special needs.
Wow, okay.
My job there was to keep them busy during their free time.
Okay.
My brother was interested in magic back then.
Aha.
I convinced him to teach me how to do one trick.
Okay.
I showed that to the kids at the group home. I saw their reaction, and I just had to learn more.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so here I am 21 years later, doing it as a full-time income.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. How did you do that? Turn something that was very much so going to be a hobby, from what it sounds like, into a career. What made you want to do that?
Well, it was when I had kids of my own.
Okay.
And I saw how magic could bring joy to such a little person.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that for my career. I saw the potential in it, and so that's what I really focus on, is entertaining family audiences. I always say that my best group is a group where we have children with their parents and grandparents all together.
That's really sweet. So you've been performing, you said, for 21 years now, somewhere along
So I've been performing for 10.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do those performances look like? Now, you just talked about you really like to perform in family environments, but I know you do a variety of things.
Yeah, between restaurants and library shows, school assemblies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I always tell people that when you bring me to your event, the kids will literally roll on the floor laughing.
Oh, good. So, you know, there's sometimes you get the magicians that are like super serious. Like, it's kind of their shtick a little bit, right? You're like, you like to bring a little comedy and levity into it.
Exactly, yes.
I love that.
I'm trying to make everyone laugh. I'm trying to show everyone that it's really just about having a good time.
Okay, well, we love that. So you're going to show us at least one magic trick today, from what I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm wondering, do you have a $1 bill that I can
Oh, do I have
borrow?
a $1 bill? Oh, look. There's one right here.
That's perfect. That's perfect. That'll be ideal. See, I have a $1 bill, and we could use my $1 bill.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure that if we use my $1 bill, then you're going to think I'm cheating.
Okay.
That's why I always borrow the $1 bill if I can.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah, so there's no way in the world I could take your $1 bill and cheat.
Right.
All right. See, this is the front, and this is the back of a $1 bill, and you're not going to believe this.
What?
Really, you won't believe this because even I don't believe this. I don't believe this because I'm a little bit more than 40 years old. And last week is when I learned that if you have a $1 bill and you fold that thing as small as you can, then sometimes you can make a $1 bill turn inside out.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you know that you can do that?
Do you see it? Turn it toward
to
the
a
camera.
$1 bill?
No, I did not know you could do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what it looks like on the front, and this is what it looks like on the other side of an inside-out $1 bill.
I can't get over it.
Now, people like this. They do. They like it so much, they try to take a picture.
Yes.
Some people try to keep it. And you know what that means, don't you?
That it won't work?
No, that means they bring it to the bank. They try to put it in their savings account for later, but the bank teller won't accept it.
Right.
They make you fold it as small as you can. Turn it back the way that it was.
Oh, my goodness.
See, then you can take this and you can put this in your account for later.
You can. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
nice
you.
job. I'm sure they love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Very cool. We have a couple minutes left if you have anything else up your sleeve.
Absolutely, for
For
sure.
lack of a better term.
We could do a card trick.
Okay.
I have to do these card tricks.
Yes.
I have to do these card tricks because magicians have rules, and one rule says that every magician must have a card trick. If you don't have a card trick, you can't be a magician.
No. Oh, okay.
This is
Good to
my
know.
card trick.
Okay.
When magicians do card tricks, we go to nice people like you and we say, pick a card, any card.
Pull it out or just pick one?
Well, not me. I don't do that. You know why?
Why?
It's boring.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I would never go on QC Live and do anything boring. See-
Okay.
See, I make it fun here.
You do.
Yeah, you will pick a card, but not the boring way. I'm going to mix them up. When you feel like it, say stop. The one
Okay.
you stop me on, that will be yours.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Say stop.
Stop.
Wow, that was fast. This will be your card.
Okay.
Okay? Don't forget what that card is.
Okay.
All right? Actually, I have a marker.
Okay.
Take this marker, pull the top off, write your name real big.
Big. Oh my gosh.
Do you know why you wrote your name all over my brand new cards?
Mm-mm.
Me neither. No,
Sorry.
actually, it's because I want to make sure. I want to make sure that that is the only card like it in the entire world. Unless you sit at home and you write Morgan on cards for
Right.
fun.
I don't.
Of
so.
course not. Why would you? I have a confession. See, magic is easy. It's sad but true. It's so easy. If any of you want to do magic, all you do is this. Ta-da! You're not impressed.
Not yet.
It's okay.
I feel like I'm going to be.
It's because when you wrote your name on the card, you put a mark. When I snap my finger, that's when I put a mark. On the other side of one card, I hope it was yours.
Okay.
Let's see how I did. There, that's a mark.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe that's your card.
Maybe.
Maybe it's this one. I don't know, because sometimes I get confused.
Okay.
Do you remember what your card was?
I do.
That's good. It's hard to forget the one that says Morgan. Get ready for this. When I do this, people fall down.
Okay.
That's how good
I'll
it
hold
is.
on.
Yeah, they pass out. I don't want you to fall down, and I really don't want you to pass out. So are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is, your card, the 8 of... Oh. Okay, well, that's embarrassing. Did the marker work?
Yeah.
All right, well, you know the sticker's like a lottery scratch-off sticker.
Oh.
In my pocket, I have a coin. You take the coin, scratch off the sticker.
Okay.
Maybe you'll win a prize. Leave it on the table, but read it out loud for everyone to hear what it says.
5 of spades.
Does that mean something?
Yes.
What does it mean?
That was my card.
Are you messing with me?
No.
I thought it was the 8 of hearts.
No.
Touch it, turn it over, show the camera.
It's my card. That's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm going to fall over. Will you catch me, TJ? No, that is really, really cool.
Thank you.
Wow.
You keep the card. I'm going to keep the coin, okay? Is that fair?
And the dollar. Before we run out of time with you, I do want to tell people about your appearances at Tap 22, because people will be able to experience this firsthand just by going there. They can see you.
That's right. Live and in person every Monday night between 5:30 and 7:30 at Tap 22 in Silvis, Illinois.
So you're headed there tonight.
That's right. I go table to table while you're waiting for your food to be ready to add a little something unique and different to your dining out experience.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of places in the Quad Cities where you can go get live entertainment with your food.
Yeah.
And Tap 22 is one of them. It's $6 burger night. So you don't want to miss that.
No, and you don't want to miss TJ. That's awesome. Well, to learn more about TJ and how he can bring laughter and excitement to your gathering or party, visit him on the web. That is quadcitymagician.com. TJ, great job. Thank you for visiting with us today. It's been so much fun.
Oh, good.
Thank you very much. Well, coming up on Quad Cities Live, we'll look ahead to some other events happening during this busy holiday week and share our wins of the weekend. That's coming up next. Well, the John Deere Classic officially starts today. Today is the Pro-Am and Wednesday is Youth Day. There is a free clinic with PGA Tour pros at 2. The first official round of Pro Golf tees off on July 4th, so organizers are asking fans to wear red, white, and blue. Now, the second round is Friday, and after the cut, the top golfers move on to the third round on Saturday, which ends with a concert on the course. Counting Crows will be playing, and on Sunday after the final round there's a celebration concert afterwards with Lainey Wilson. You can learn more about the events on our website. Now, speaking of the 4th of July, with so many big holiday events across the community, there will be some traffic concerns to keep in mind. For Bettendorf, July 3rd through the 5th, Spruce Hills Drive will be closed from 18th Street to Cumberland Square Drive for the street festival there. And TV6 spoke with Bettendorf's chief of police about what he's asking of the community ahead of all the fun.
Expecting bigger than normal crowds just due to the fact that the Red, White, and Boom Festival has been postponed for this year. We just ask that you just take a little bit extra time and have patience with everyone as far as getting there to the location, but also once the fireworks are over with, exiting. We'll have traffic control and everything organized to set up to get people out of there as quick as possible, but we just ask for your patience and cooperation.
And East Moline will experience various road closures as well due to the firecracker run and street party that follows. For details, visit the city's website. And of course, holiday travel, well, it could be record-setting. AAA predicts more than 70 million Americans will go at least 50 miles from home, which would be the most ever for this holiday. The agency also says the summer as a whole might set a new record, and Independence Day tends to be when that travel peaks. One complication for vacationers is the weather. That includes heat advisories in several states. Now today, flooding and the 2024 Atlantic season's first hurricane, of course, an issue that we have been following. Our weather, though, right now has been fabulous. We had a great day on Sunday, another really nice day today. Teresa, we are looking ahead to tomorrow.
Yes, we are. I'm going to ask everybody in the back to change this to max 2 so we can talk about our first alert day, which will be in effect starting at 6 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday. Could see a few storms in the morning, but the evening storms are going to be the ones that most likely will become strong to severe. So that's definitely something that we are going to be watching. Once again, that first alert day does remain in effect from 6 o'clock until midnight. Damaging winds, hail, isolated tornadoes, flooding and flash flooding, all possible. So let's take a look at our 7-day outlook, and temperatures are going to remain on the warm side. We're talking readings well into the 80s over the next several days, and another chance for showers and storms for the July 4th holiday. Folks out at John Deere Classic going to see another warm one, I think.
Oh my goodness, it wouldn't be the first time though.
Yes, this is true. Yeah, it's almost tradition now.
It really is. People are used to it at this point. Okay, so we do something on Mondays called Wins of the Weekend. And so my win of the weekend was I tried something a little bit new with Darby. They started doing something at the Mississippi River Distillery downtown. Okay. So I saw Ryan Burchett, our friend there.
Yes.
And they do these garage band Fridays. So in the alley where they have this big loading dock, they put a band out there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Isn't that
a clever idea?
It was so great. So they had this amazing band that was out there. And
I can see Darby is shaking it loose, right?
Yeah. I took Darby and she was absolutely having a fabulous time at Garage Band Fridays.
She seemed like she was having a blast.
Yeah, she really was. It was a really, really fun event. Just goes to show you another cool thing that we're doing here in our community. I guess they started it during alternating currents and decided to keep it going. So I'd say be on the lookout for the next band for
definitely
next coming Friday. And one really quick thing that we wanted to do, it's not necessarily a win, but our friend Kyle Keel, my co-host, is not here today. He's taken the day off, so we wanted to wish him a very happy birthday today.
Yes.
I don't know if you would be mad at me for shouting it from the rooftops, but happy birthday to Kyle Keel. We are just so blessed.
I'm getting ready to drop some leaflets from the Goodyear blimp, so he might not like that either. But happy birthday, Kyle.
Yes, happy birthday to Kyle Keel. We are so blessed to have him on QCL. He does so much, and he's so good at his job.
Look, a day over 27.
Yeah. All right, well, coming up tomorrow on QCL, summer brings with it some annoying bugs like mosquitoes and gnats, but a company with its roots right here in the QCA can help. We'll talk with Simply Soothing about its natural bug repellent called Bug Soother. You know it, you've heard of it. Plus, from insects to plants, the Quad City Botanical Center will be here with more on watering needs for our flowers and veggies. That and much more coming up tomorrow on QCL. Thank you so much for watching. Your local news at 4 is up next.